An 800-year journey with Joy Boy. We talked about the journey in the last episodes. It was outlined broad strokes in the story. Now it's time for us to get into the details bit by bit. 800 long years. How did everyone determine it was exactly 800 years? Who are they? When Silver Rayleigh said to Robin, "We arrived too early." Odin says, "The dawn of the world." Telling Toki, "What you want will come in 20 years. There are 20 years left." Not now, when Toki sent Momonosuke 20 years ahead. "What you desire will come in 20 years. And she transported Momonosuke to the future. Roger before he reaches Laugh Tale, before he reaches the final destination and One Piece. He says, he said to the leopard Pedro, "Wait for the dawn of the world. Prepare it." The followers of Odin herald the dawn of the world and await it. Why are they so confident? Odin continued to dance for 4 years in a dilemma, a tragedy for 4 years, caused by Kaido. And he says, when Roger died, "Did you keep laughing? I wish I could see you." Odin took the burden for 4 years. He kept dancing until Roger died, because he was preparing the world for 20 years in the future. And for the prophecy. How will he truly live in this burden? How will he endure the humiliation and disgrace while preparing for a future that has not yet come? How did he know? Why is he certain? The liberation of Wano. After 20 years, and he can't free it. And Toki told Odin that, "You'll understand when you get the last island. Now go." I really raised many questions for you. I'm sorry. Bring your drink. Prepared a snack for you. Be comfortable and mentally prepared. One Piece may stop, but for you we always do not stop. Now that you've arrived here, likes and subscriptions are important. As you can see, Oda's resting, and while we are with you, we won't rest, and will continue to create content for you. More, let's continue. Journey with theories. Joy Boy. He lived in a strict and fragile time that we saw in the nature of the Wano people when Toki came seeking them. Toki came bearing a message from Joy Boy, asking them to open the borders of Wano to welcome the prophecy. The Wano people living in present day are generally less rigid and more flexible in their practices than the Wano people of the past. They were more rigid during the prosperous kingdom, and this mindset is what Joy Boy wanted to change. Stubbornness must disappear, and this is what Joy Boy sadly discovered in his journeys. The biggest evidence that the Wano people were more conservative is the incident involving the Orochi family. When an entire clan is punished for the crime of one person, Orochi's family. Odin wants to set sail, but he couldn't. And when a ship sailed out of Wano to East Blue, the ship that the Zoro's family was on, Wano considered that day a historic one to remember. The arrival of the pirates in Wano is shocking, and they must leave. Wano considered a fortified kingdom, even though they are unaware of the true reason for its fortification. Let's go to another people also known for their strictness, Elbaf people. Two giants. In a desperate fight for 200 years, defending incorrect principles. It's not entirely correct, but respect should still be given. The third rigid people of the mermaid's kingdom. The queen tried to communicate with the outside world, but the mermaids strongly refused that because they felt persecuted, and there is a people against them outside. The others too. They also rejected it due to their racism and belittling of the mermaids. Total blind strong rejection. Stubborn blind peoples. 21 countries decided to revolt against the prosperous kingdom, and both had no rationality or any abdication. We have 3 weapons of mass destruction control also. There is the people of Shandora. The people of Kandora who were on the ground were too strict to their beliefs. They were so extreme that they reached a point where they would sacrifice their own girls, and we witnessed this scene. One of them said that she begged the god Nika to come and save her, the liberator of slaves. But he did not come. The commitment present in the world was a distinguishing dark and sad feature of it. Joy Boy traveled east and west, searching for someone who loves to laugh in front of it. He seeks those who are understanding and smiling against it. No one reading in the stories of past nations, in our myths that exist in our real world outside of the anime. One Piece have shown that many of them have fallen due to strictness to their beliefs. Oda loves these stories. He takes them and quotes from them in his tale, like the Olympians of Athens, the ancient Persian nations, the diverse pagan Romans, and then the powerful Romans. The numerous wars among Christians that took place across different races, religions, and nations occurred because of this underlying issue. Hatred due to languages, races, and regions is all quoted by Oda in One Piece. He includes in his story wars caused by races and principles, clashing peoples with one another. Their hatred for each other and their alliance against one another, they fight each other. Here, Joy Boy began his journey where the rigidity of others is the obstacle, and his personality mixes two strange personalities in One Piece story. The very first character in the story is Zoro. Serious. But he is distracted and lost. Joy Boy gets lost. And I bet you, serious yet carefree, much like the Zoro, especially in times of crisis and in times of collisions, in that he is strangely similar to one of Luffy's crew members, Usopp. The time of crises is similar to Usopp's character. He resorts to joking in serious and critical times. He turns the situation into jokes and laughter, trying to calm the parties involved, and in this way, he resembles a character from another anime. A very great character. Hashirama is a character created by the author of Naruto, as both love to quote each other. The similarity in the characters was evident. At the beginning of the One Piece story, Sanji was named Naruto, but Oda corrected that. The name changed from Naruto to Sanji, meaning the third son. And this is what Oda himself stated. Do you know why? To prevent conflicts between characters and audience perception, we must focus on the story's core. To see how similar their behaviors are, refer to Hashirama's actions in the Great Ninja War. You see how his responses were during times of crisis. Joy Boy's condition, if we want to separate it. As I mentioned in my previous theories, Joy Boy is a character that embodies all the members of Luffy's crew. Luffy said, I don't know how to lie. I don't know how to sword fight. I don't know how to sail. I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to sing. And that's why I gather friends to help me. They complete me in what I lack. The entire mix was made by the Joy Boy. Joy Boy reached a point where he realized he couldn't bring about change on his own. Someone must be with him, where there must be solidarity and cooperation. He is in serious times is like Zoro. His personality then changed, unlike Luffy's. Luffy, he's foolish, but he's resolute. Joy Boy knows how to engrave and read the poneglyphs, and he knows how to sail by himself, capable of everything. He gathered a crew for himself, and it wasn't a large crew, and then he began his journey alone. But he still collides with things that hinder him, and it's his stubbornness. He does not have the decisive stance to conclude the discussion. The excuse that silences the others. The one in front. Like what Luffy did when he awakened Momonosuke from his slumber. Like what Luffy did when he confronted Vivi and taught her how to deal with the Arabasta coup and stop it. And that she must endure that pain. Like what Luffy did with Shirahoshi's crying. He didn't just promise her that he would come back, but he forced her to change and then promised her. Like what Luffy did in freeing Rebecca, and for example, when he told Momonosuke, "You're the one asking me to help you." This sense of determination was notably lacking in the Joy Boy, the most important thing of all. The Joy Boy often expresses feelings of helplessness and anger in many situations. I can't bear to watch others suffer while I feel completely unable to free myself. And the solution was to change the world. Several matters, by the way. I explained before what One Piece treasure is, as some people didn't got it. The one piece that Roger left behind is a part and is considered bait to reach. To Laugh Tale, watch scene of his execution when they asked him where he left the treasure he had gathered. And also when he told King Neptune that all he cared about was the treasures of the former kingdom, and that he is not interested in what they left behind in terms of weapons and artifacts. All that mattered to him at the time was the treasures, not turning the world upside down with their power. At the beginning of his journey, he focused on treasures and collected them, only later turning to weapons and strength. And this is also shown to us in the movie The Golden Lion Shiki. Shiki intercepted Roger's journey. He said to him, "You have a weapon that will change the world. Alliance with me," and we saw an egg on Roger's ship. And here Roger refused. And a battle and fight took place between them, stirring the sea and the sky. A part of the bait is the treasures that Roger collected and then left it on Laugh-Tail Island. The second is rubber fruit, Nika. Thirdly, a collection of legendary treasures. From the remnants of the prosperous kingdom, you must gather the three together. The reason for that, and who distributed it this way, is to humiliate them, Joy Boy. When Joy Boy reached the final stage, he said, "I swear, by God, I swear, I will educate you. I swear, I will mock you. You will deeply regret this disgrace for an astonishing 800 years to come. I will cut you the same way they slice shawarma, chop, chop, chop." Because they needed to learn a lesson, that what they clung to all this time is the reason for the decay we are experiencing. First, the treasures that were distributed around the world. Second, the poneglyphs. I swear I'll let you search for it. I arrived quickly, went and came back, and it was useless. I swear I'll make you go in circles. I'll let whoever arrives here execute what I want. Arrivals should observe and acknowledge the world's troubles around them. And arrives on time. Everyone, I say, go back and let someone else search. The message has reached generation after generation because there is no meaning. Joy Boy delivers a message to just one generation. The subject. Generation after generation, you search and learn. Deliver it to everyone. Haha, go back and teach others. Learn from others and pass it on. I raise you generation after generation to ensure that you do not forget. Beliefs are built after that eras are established. Joy Boy has changed the world's beliefs for 800 years. Until we reached a generation where a child wishes for a crazy wish. After 800 years of beliefs, Joy Boy made those on the journey build it. I'll give you an example. Okay, Dragon when he saw Sabo. He wishes he had never been born noble and turns against the noble's rulings. Dragon was shocked. Has it really come to this, that the accumulation and degradation of the great terminal make a child wish for this? Instead of being happy about the revolutionary thought, Dragon was shocked. I found a treasure. Oh my God! But he didn't say that because he was shocked by the reality he had grown up to understand. And he saw the troubles in the stages of his life reaching the conviction of a child because of your meanness. These are the accumulations that Joy Boy wanted so that a child could wish for it. This dream begins with the poneglyph that I will distribute. Secondly, you need 800 years to activate something specific that could be a weapon, a power, or a wish. You will need to wait 800 years. Thirdly, make a wish with his fruit's power. Like the last wish of the fruit of law, which grants immortality to others before you die, Joy Boy's wish was rebirth of fruit in the way he desires, relying on the legend of a god from the ancient gods, and it is assumed that among the Egyptians, they even appeared in a movie. The films of Adil Imam, specifically the movie A Groom from a Security Perspective, one which he used to refer to. The god of mockery, or the ruler of mockery, and this is his image and name is Bes. And now, the video producer is supposed to have shown you an image of a statue of the ancient Egyptian gods, the pharaohs, who used to sculpt bodies that were identical. Ideal bodies, of course, from their perspective, because the ideal masculine forms of the ruler differ from those found among the Romans. The muscles of the six-pack are not present in the pharaohs, which is important. This ruler is being carved in a different way, because he decided to act and judge in a different way when you see things from his perspective. High is different. He is seen and categorized as a god of laughter, mockery, fertility, and reproduction. Singing and art are aspects of life, and you see he is similar to Luffy. He must significantly change the idealized pharaonic society to improve its structure with mockery and laughter. And this is the same thing you will see in Arabasta, the story of Lily and the different person, Joy Boy. I'm sure Oda took inspiration from it, and by the way, in every myth of our human folklore that exists in our real world, among the zealous gods, you find one who is merely a mockery. And now, Luffy's role. He is the one who will change these laws. He is the one who will be born in 800 years, and he will carry the wish of the Devil Fruit's power to transform from a rubber devil fruit into a god. A disguise for Devil Fruit of the Zone, human model god, ruler of the sun Nika. Nika the sun god who can become whatever he wants and comically transform into whatever he desires. And is characterized by the fulfillment of wishes. The liberation and the revolution, but in a mocking style. These are the wishes of Joy Boy. He is born in the form we saw Luffy in. Breaking norms and laws, Luffy will destroy the kingdom of mermaids at the end, as Madame Charlie's prophecy said, because their stubbornness keeps them beneath the sea, and the others prevents them from going out. And so he will destroy the red line, the kingdom of mermaids and everything. When it's time to get serious, he becomes serious. But all the time he's just a funny guy, unlike Joy Boy character. When it's time to get serious, he turns it into a joke, but the rest of the time he's serious. Luffy will be the funky one, the comedian in all his actions, even in his transformation. But when he strikes, he is firm. We will see terrifying transformations in Luffy's fruit. Wait for it, because this is Joy Boy's wish, for Luffy to transform into this form. This will is found in Laugh Tale, and that's why Roger laughed. I laughed because my role now is just to convey your message. You want me to prepare someone else. You just want to take revenge on them and leave me these treasures. Roger didn't leave empty-handed. There are treasures and weapons. Take them and go, and there will be some left for others when they come. Others will come, gain, and leave. If you believe in my principles, share them. If not, then leave. That's why Roger laughed. Damn, what is this revenge? You've been disciplining them for 800 years. 800 years. You have turned the sacred mountain, which they took as a palace, into a prison that suffocates them. They locked you away, but now they are the ones trapped, not the jailers, and you hope someone mocks them. He rules over them, turns the world upside down for them, governs them, and breaks their customs and traditions. They have been mocked. 800 years, searching for stones. 800 years, they have been looking for this elusive fruit by making them search for it and not find it. This is how he revenged. And this is how everyone knew they had arrived too early. Roger also realized that change comes after 20 years. Wait for me. I still have stories to tell. I still have a lot to tell. In the end, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. All glory and praise are for you, O Allah. I acknowledge that you are the only God and seek your forgiveness. Please subscribe, like, and share.